Okay, you guys, I have not been this happy and excited about something in a long time. I figured out, if I can get to do it right, how to I think, let me see. Oh man, what did I do? Bear with me. Hold on. Stop sharing. Yeah, stop sharing. I want to. I just had it a minute ago. I was so excited, but not appropriate. Okay, so I want to share just one screen. I want to share this screen. And then somehow I went back to this and it had me in the corner. How is that working before? Oh, here it is. All right, guys. Maybe I was down here the whole time and I didn't know because I have other tabs open. And it popped me up to the main big screen for this tab. So, and that's because obviously I need to hit play on it because now watch this. All right. Let me
We have all board, the majority of board members present.
I figured out
participating
how to
remotely,
share
and
the
pleased
sound
to
of
call
the
this meeting
video
to order.
live.
And welcome
while
all of
I am
you
down
who
here.
are participating here in person, as well as those who are
And
joining
so let me
the
see
live
if I
stream.
can turn her down.
For the record, this meeting is being recorded, and that recording and the transcript will be available to the public at the Office of Cannabis Management's website, cannabis.ny.gov. Information about our meetings is also posted on that website.
Okay, so I'm playing with the volume right now in their screen.
Before we begin today, I've actually been asked by
I am so excited.
council that we
Like,
need to.
I've been
actually,
wanting
no, that's not my
to
part.
sit
This
live
part is
with
here.
OCM's
Apologies.
board meetings and collab with them.
Before we
since the
begin
very
the
beginning.
agenda and
So if I
today's
can literally
business,
do this,
I'd like to take a moment to
that would
address
be
the current leadership
amazing, because then I can
transition at the
document
Office
it
of Cannabis
like
Management.
live. Like,
First, I want
document the
to
bullshit
extend my
live, because it's
sincere
really
thank you
hard.
to Susan Colborn for
One, to go
stepping
back and
in
watch
to
all
lead
of
the
this
agency during
over and over
this
again. It's
time.
fucking like
We have worked closely with Sue and
to
the
watch
OCM
these
team,
meetings.
and the board has
But
full
let
confidence
me
that the
explain
office
something
will
to you that's
continue
going to happen in
moving the
this
market in
meeting,
the right direction.
and I will see if I can
As
get
we
us
look
there.
back on
They're going
this
to go
year,
into.
we recognize that.
Hold on. They're going to go into an executive meeting. This just happened. Yeah, what, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. This just happened yesterday. God. And they're going to go into an executive meeting, and then they're going to come out and they're going to deliberate about some things. They're not going to talk about what they had the executive meeting about. It's a lawsuit that's coming up right now. And then they're going to decide the fate of some people by making decisions about their licenses and if they can have approvals. And they're going to talk about like distance locations. And so if I was watching this meeting live, which I'm about to do this part right now, I would have loved to have been able to say this, but even more so, I wish I was at the meeting, because I would have shouted out from the background, because they did not do their due diligence. They don't do their due diligence as being a regulatory agency and knowing what they're talking about when they're making the decision of people's lives. And so we're going to see here what I'm talking about. Let me go back into this. And find out where we
2
are.
years, and the conditional period for the card license is for 4 years. The
Might have went
big
too
thing
far.
there is
Resolution of the day is going to be resolution number 2025-87, consideration of adult use cannabis licenses for approval. Can I have a motion
Okay,
on
it's going to be a
this
little bit
resolution?
after this.
So moved.
So this is
compliant location and come back for approval in front of the board. 213 applications are pending. Queue, distributor queue, and then a retail and micro
Okay.
business queue.
so this is who they approved,
Adult use
and
retail
I'm trying to get
dispensary
to
renewals.
here.
So moved.
Can I have a
No?
second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Can we have a brief overview, Patrick?
Of course. So this month's packet includes.
Oh, let's go
You
further
can do
ahead.
that.
I'm trying to
I'm
find.
like-
So anyway, there's a
Can we
micro
have
business.
a
Micro
overview?
businesses are limited to
Of course.
25 miles.
So the cannabis
distance
law.
their grow location for their retail location. So basically, from their main location, they only can go a 25-mile radius to get to their proximity where they're allowed to have their retail store. So if they're applying for a location, it has to be within here. Other retailers do not have to have those limitations. Other retailers have no limitations. They can have it all over Western New York. They can have multiple stores. We're only allowed one store as micros, or they can have them all across the state. So up in this thing, there is a debate because of closeness in space, if a micro should be able to be close in space to another store. And the other store that's in questions is Happy Times. And you're going to hear these people talk about the board who should know how many locations Happy Time has and also know about the proximity of the 25 miles that this micro is limited to. So the micro doesn't have a lot of other options. We're only also allowed to carry our own products. So it's a different set of products that one would be having. They're not going to carry the same products as the Happy Times, especially if they don't put their own products in that store. They will literally never have the same products. None of that gets brought up. So let me go back to the meeting because I feel like we're ahead because they're talking about consideration of location request change for a
recognize that we've not given guidance up to this point, and so we've gotten a lot of really across.
Any questions from the board? So that temporary break.
Compliant location and come back for approval in front of the board. 132 cultivation.
Motion carries. Next up is, can I have a motion to consider resolution 2025-88, consideration of conditional adult use retail. They go to
Be using to do.
aye. All right.
Of other applications. The amendment requests before the board today include a mix of both supply side and retail.
Aye.
The first in effect, which is essentially before November 5th. So we're still kind of working through these requests that were received before the new public convenience and advantage regulations went into effect. These four, as a reminder, the consideration of
all right, here it is. So
the conflicting license municipal opinion from the municipality in 2,000 feet.
2,000 feet, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the other one I mentioned that is licensed but not operational, it appears to be kind of more on the outskirts of town and is a little farther away from these two locations in question.
Any more questions from you?
Just a comment. I mean, I do have some concerns about, we have a C applicant operating,
Okay, this
and
is the
we
first
have another
one.
operation that,
Any other comments or questions?
License as opposed to a micro business.
okay, here it is, the second one. So
00037.
we have the wrong screen.
All in favor, or actually, sorry, it's one by one. Mr. Usher, how do you vote?
This is ending the other one.
I vote nay.
Ms.
Mayor.
Rodriguez-Dabney, how do you vote?
Deciding nay against.
Nay.
So no.
And I
for
also
the
vote
first
nay.
one to get their request.
So this
Now they're
applicant
gonna
will
talk
need
about
to
the
find
micro
another
business.
location if they wish to move.
All right. so-
All right. Next up is Nickel City. Yep, that's micro license 25-000264. They are looking to locate
To locate
retail.
their
They
store.
don't currently have retail in 2789 Union Road in Cheektowaga, New York.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And so it's similar to the last one, it is a micro business that already has a license. So it is a consideration on the amendment for the retail
That's the very
location.
last one.
They're currently authorized for cultivation, processing, and distribution, and this would be the retail dispensary location. There is one conflicting licensee that is within 1,000 feet. That is Buffalo Cannabis.
We're doing it right
Store.
now.
They are a retail dispensary license as opposed to a micro business license. They are approximately 313 feet away from this proposed dispensary location. They
And
are
in the amount of time that
C
you was
certified
talking,
as
Google
a MOB
They have three
and
stores.
women-owned business, and they have been operating since October
Buffalo,
9th, 2024.
Niagara Falls. Happy Time.
Included in kind of this PCA packet, there's a letter petition from 49 signatories from the community in support of this retail dispensary location. There's also a negative municipal opinion from the town of
So remember, they have
Cheektowaga.
like lawyers that are sitting there on the sidelines who could be Googling this
Main
too
concern
right now,
cited in
right?
that municipal opinion
That they
cites
should have
fear of
read this before they got
oversaturation
there
in the
today, because
clustering
that's their
of
job to do
cannabis
the due
dispensaries.
diligence to know what's in front of them so
The
they can make
town of
educated
Cheektowaga,
decisions that
apologies
don't
if I mispronounced that, Crystal.
severely affect
did.
people's lives, detrimentally affect people's
The
lives.
population is approximately 76,000. Taking a look at kind of the dispensaries that are in the town right now, there are 5 dispensaries in the area. 4 of them are adult use. 1 is medical. There is 1 dispensary within a mile radius of the proposed PCA location, which is the conflicting license. We
See, no
discussed
other
it.
micros in the area.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Any questions from the board?
I don't mean to be redundant, but I just want to make sure. So this business is a micro business,
Yes.
and they'd be within under 500 feet of a retail that is minority and woman-owned business, correct?
And I'm sure that somehow the micro
Correct,
may or may
yes.
not be also minority or C, even though they're not listed as it. I'm a micro
And the
and I
applicant
wasn't listed
themselves
as
is
C.
not C.
Correct. Yep. Not C certified.
So not
They
just
claim
because we're
there
not
to be
listed as
justice
C
involved.
certified doesn't mean we're not C.
According to the license that was issued in our records, they didn't apply that way when they first applied.
Got it.
Yeah, just to comment, I mean, this is very close to a C applicant. And it strikes me that similar to the last applicant, it may be great to have another retail establishment, but perhaps this is not the best location.
So they're not
for them to
talking about
pursue.
things like they won't carry the
given
same
its
product ever because
proximity.
micro businesses can only carry their own
Not
products.
the best location for
So as
Nickel
long
City
as they
to
don't
pursue,
put
given
products
its
in this other
proximity
store,
to
they
this
will
existing
literally
license.
never carry the same products.
And
The
so they're
micro businesses
licensed
will be
already.
niche.
They would they
Okay.
be eligible to
Also,
seek a
the
different
micro business
location
is
for
limited to a
retail
25-mile
if
radius
this
from their main
is
location.
denied?
So they may not have any other good
Absolutely. Yep.
options
A micro business can always
where they can
add
rent
retail
or where
to their
there's
micro
somebody
business
who's willing
license
to
as
rent
it's
to them
part of the license.
or whatever, where it's got good traffic. They haven't brought up any of that.
I do have a question about Happy Times because the applicant, the applicant makes a case that the conflicting location has 3 licenses, 3 dispensaries already. Is that the case?
I'm not sure. We need to look into that.
He said, I'm not sure. We need to look into that. They have a whole team of lawyers right there. I could Google it. I Google it. Buffalo,
something you can look up?
Cheektowaga, and Niagara Falls locations.
Well, I am guessing that the entity does not have 3 licenses.
It's DBAs.
That would be the
Okay.
the instance.
That makes sense.
And so what he
You would
just
know
said
if there
is
were
the
3rd
entity
licenses.
does not
Yeah,
have 3
for sure.
locations,
For
but
sure.
the doing
Yeah,
business has.
we haven't seen those.
So Happy Times has, used their name to
Any other
distribute over
questions,
multiple
comments
different
from
types
the
of
board?
people, right? And so
All right, we'll
the
call for a vote.
entity doesn't have 3
Mr.
locations,
Usher?
but Happy Times does.
Nay.
The entity is getting to use
Ms.
the name
Rodriguez
Happy
Dabney?
Times with these other locations to make
I
a
also vote nay.
correlation to them and to their store that will be
all right,
not just
now
here in
we'll
Western Europe,
on
but all over the
to,
states. They're
OCM
already getting
Retail
all these other advantages of advertising
2023-01080.
multiple different
This is
products in
Brooklyn
their
High
store,
Retail,
multiple
looking to
locations
locate
that are
at
similar,
31
right? So
Washington
they're
Street in
using
Brooklyn, New York.
probably similar, points of sales and
Mr.
everything
McKeach?
else, things that micros are doing on their own.
Thank you.
And instead of them
And
approving
before we
the
jump into
micro
this
and
one,
their
I know there was
niche craft
some
products
potential
where they're
issues.
limited
Do
for
you want to raise those
miles,
now, or
they instead
Um,
denied them. They denied them. And so what that means is that they will have to, if they were paying rent on that spot, lose all that rent money. Maybe they'll have a contract where they can get it back. If they want to try to file an appeal, they can file an appeal. However, that's not doing justice for the people that they said that this market was created for. Like originally, and I have a lot of quotes. This was made for social equity. This was made for, and I guess, the other people are a C applicant, and that's great. But just like Flintstone is all over Western New York now and all over the state and everything. He is not a C applicant, and many people maybe are branching out under his name. Starbucks is another one. Like, these stores have multiple locations, and yeah, it's like Tim Hortons, I guess, right? They're bought, franchised out. So the person that's owning them is maybe a social equity applicant, but they're getting the benefits of that big name and all the other things that come with it, because Flintstone's not going to want to ruin his name. So just like Tim Hortons, they're going to be making sure that those people are doing what they need to be doing. They're going to have help and consultation. Meanwhile, this micro business has none of that shit. And all they were asking for was their fucking store so they could open up their fucking retail so they could sell their cannabis that they're probably fucking dying on right now, because ROs, registered organizations, have come in and crushed the market dollar for what we are selling our products for. They want me to be selling my high quality indoor Ace for like $8.50 an Ace so they can sell it to you guys for like $50 or more. Like, get out of here. That's fucking crazy, because that's what registered organizations are coming in with, their factory fucking medical cannabis bullshit, grown all in the same spots and then distributed out. So anyway, I'm blown away. So this is just one of the many things that I will be able to address live now that I have figured out how to use this amazing feature on YouTube, where I can sit in the bottom fucking corner and literally correct the fucking bullshit that these people say. Also, let's welcome Sue Filburn. She's that lady in the middle. She was lobbied heavily by Katie Neer, and so was Pat, the guy next to her, Pat Keegan. They were lobbied by Katie Neer, who is part of, let me make sure I say it right, I looked it up earlier, Dickerson and Avila, who is a lobby group. They also are the lobby group for Metric, right? So Metric came in, lobbied, and now all of us farmers are having to use these tags, all of us small businesses, these tags that were never meant for us in the BioTrack contract. We could always print them. Now we have to buy these things, and they're trying to fuck us on implementing our shit. And meanwhile, the president's dropping fucking rescheduling to pharmaceutical. Like, connect the dots, people. Maine's pulling back their fucking program. Massachusetts is trying to pull back their adult use program. Like, these lobbyists, they're fucking winning. And nobody's checking them. Like, us small people need to band together, because this is some bullshit. And we're watching it happen live during these videos. But before, I couldn't collab. Now I can collaborate live. I feel like I'm sitting on the board with them. Like, I can't wait to go live with them. It's going to be so great. Like, people could watch it live with me and with them. They don't even have to watch it through the OCM anymore. We can go live. If I can figure out how to, like, bring other people in on this, oh my God, it'll be so much fun. I'm ecstatic. I'm going to play with this fucking tonight. I'm going to get on this tomorrow with some of my girls who I know are excited to, right some of the misconceptions that New York adult use cannabis, OCM, and the board has put out there. So, all right, guys. Well, this was fun. I'm going to let y'all go.